annual Christmas toy reviews. Here we go. Hello everybody, Metal here, and well, it's time to be reviewing as it says in the we are going to be taking a look at the Voyager-class Rhinox from the Transformers Kingdom line. And I gotta say, really good. I'm going to be using the magic hands in order to move around Rhinox for a bit, so alright, let's do this. Looks like we have a little bit of a jiggle there, but it'll be fine. So I really like the sheer detail of this figure. Like, you can definitely see that he is a full-blown, solid rhinoceros. And that's what he turns into, a rhinoceros, which doesn't really make any sense since it's in the past in Beast Wars, but I still love the show regardless. He has a little bit of kibble on the top right here along with the bottom, and there's his weapon storage, by the way. It's a very convenient weapon storage, to be honest, but hey, it's fine. A lot of beast modes in the Kingdom line have a lot of kibble. Don't even get me started on Black Arachne's kibble, to which I have. Anywho, so for the posability, his head can move up this far, down that far. He has a movable mouth right here. Can't really get it too wide though. That's all that I can muster. Can't move side to side. His right arm can twist over here and here if you extend it a little bit, but it's mostly for the transformation, so take it or leave it. His elbow can go down that far, but it can't go to the other side, sadly. There's a bit of kibble right here though, and no wrist twist. Alright, since we can go back to the legs, we can essentially say that these aren't really that posable, sadly. Still solid though. Alright, so this guy isn't really that posable, but hey, that's what the robot form was all about, so let's transform this guy. This may take a while. I was looking at the instructions for Rhinox, and I don't really know why Hasbro keeps on making their products into more or less a, well, how you say, I guess, foldables? The instructions are mostly come in foldables and stuff, and I find that really weird because I don't think that complicated transformations such like this one doesn't really need to be a foldable. Gotta lock it in place. Just like that. These in. By the way, I won't do any beast size comparisons because, well, I'm lazy that way. But if you are curious, Banjo Amiibo. Here's Megatron, and it's an untransformed Starscream that I didn't bother to transform. Also, the weapons. Get out. Get out of this. Get out of last but certainly not least, his chest plate. It's very finicky. Should we get on the tabs? Alright. Set that in place and bada bing, bada boom. There he is. Overall, Rhinox is just a very, very good figure, man. Like, from down to bottom, he has good weapon storage, and it's just great. It's just great. And we can take his weapons, and like I said before, he has a very good looking weapon storage. Honestly, he is probably one of my favorite figures, to be honest. There we go. There's weapon storage right there. And as we can adjust him a little bit, we can safely say that he's probably one of the best backs that I've ever seen, to be honest. Well, remotely. There is a little bit of kibble on the inside, and the legs do feel a little bit hollow and stuff. But the back is pretty decent, even though disregard the rhinoceros head just sticking out like that. But hey, all around, pretty good figure. Pretty nifty and very, very solid figure. Alright. Let's move on to the poses, baby. Alright, so his head can twist left to right. He can look up. Up that far, down that far. He can also fully turn his right shoulder all the way. And here's the biggest surprise that I like. He has a butterfly joint. Look at that. He has a butterfly joint. Put it down the far and do that. You can get really sick poses like him punching you, acting like a pretty cool and tough rhinoceros, like he was meant to be. And then you can have a good waist twist, but this does prohibit it a little bit, but pretty good. His legs are really interesting to me because I don't really know how to feel about most of it. Kind of mixed on it, to be honest, but legs go that far. That's a nice spread. And his whole knee doesn't have a knee turn, but it does have a knee bend all the way. And his toe sadly doesn't move from side to side, but it does offer a toe bend. But sadly, no toe pivots, since this pivot doesn't really count since it's part of the transformation. But I'd call it a pivot, dang it. Anyways, overall, this is a really, really rock solid figure. That's the end of the video, guys. Hope you like it. Annual toy reviews, goodbye now. Whoop de frickin' do. Goodbye.